Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about cancellation pay on Grubhub. Grubhub is notorious for a lot of things. One of the worst and also unique in comparison to all the other gig apps that they are known for is their horrendous cancellation pay for orders that cannot be fulfilled. I think the most I ever received was approaching $2, maybe. But recently they issued an email saying that they are planning on updating this system. The real question is, will it be for better or worse? So with that said, we are talking about everything you must know about the cancellation pay system on Grubhub, the update that they had, what they're saying versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. Also, I'm going to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over in this video is very market dependent, and what applies to me and my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. The email. As part of our ongoing effort to ensure transparency in our payment processes, we are sharing some changes to how delivery partners are compensated for canceled orders. Moving forward, if an order has been accepted, is canceled by Grubhub customers or merchants before drop-off, delivery partners will be paid proportionate based on the percentage of the delivery services completed. As always, if an order is canceled after drop-off, delivery partners will be paid the full quoted value of the delivery. How is an order canceled after drop-off? Would we even know if an order was canceled after drop-off? Like, really? I have never heard of an order being canceled after drop-off, so I had to see if anybody was talking about it. I believe that means the order was refunded for some reason. If you delivered it, it's likely the restaurant's fault. Check your pay summary, make sure it's still there, but I've never seen one disappear even when I've gotten this message after delivery. So, customer complained they got a refund for some reason, and they just wanted to let you know that was the case. Why do they need to inform me of that? It's probably just an automated system. I don't know why they even had it. There's probably something somebody could complain about with that, but you get paid the same regardless. Anyway, let's go to the website. Subject to certain exceptions for orders that are canceled by Grubhub, diners, merchants, or other third parties after acceptance of an order and before drop-off, you will be paid a proportionate amount of the time, distance, and any additional payment based on the percentage of the delivery services you completed. So if you get all the way to the restaurant and you didn't mark yourself as arrived, that's a big thing. One of the things that I experienced way back when, I had to have an order canceled and I forgot to mark myself as arrived, but they never paid me for arriving to the location because I was there, but they didn't want to pay me for that $1 in which I was on the support call for. You think I'm saying that the store is closed because I wasn't there, but I didn't mark it in the app? And that's a big deal. Again, it's $1, so in retrospect, not really much at all, but still, those are one of the delivery services that are completed, is arrival to the location. You gotta mark that in the app. In markets that primarily pay by distance, the percentage of delivery services completed will be primarily determined by miles driven. So if an order is 10 miles of driving and the order is paying out, let's say $20, and you only got halfway, should I expect $10? I don't think so. I think that there's something they're not saying. In markets that primarily pay by time, the percentage of delivery services completed will primarily be determined by time spent on the delivery. Okay, so this is a little unclear. They don't have an earn by time function, but there are states that do have an earn by time law. Prop 22 in California, New York City, Seattle, etc. Those are pay-by-time locations. In markets that pay both time and distance, the percentage of delivery services completed will be determined by actual time and distance weighed the same way that the original quote was calculated. So that would be Seattle for the most part. I think they're the only ones that really account for both. In the event an order was canceled prior to pickup that is determined to be caused by a delayed pickup, you may not be paid for the canceled delivery. So for my dirty multi-appers out there who are not picking up an order right away and are in the process of picking up an order for UberEats or Doordash, or they're really just taking their sweet time to get to the restaurant pickup, and the app has been asking you multiple times to start heading to the pickup location, they might end up canceling the order on you. And because of that, you wouldn't be paid for the order, which I guess is a fair way to combat dirty multi-apping. But either way, if you're taking your sweet time to pick up an order, why did you take it in the first place? Finish all the orders you have before taking more on these gig apps. Seriously. In the event an order is canceled after you complete the delivery, you will be paid the full quoted value for the delivery. Grubhub does not retain any portion of tips paid by diners. Diner tips are only provided for fully completed deliveries, and diners are not charged for tips they would have remitted had the order not been canceled. Now, I want you to note something, by the way they said that. They will not charge the customer for tips for canceled orders. Assuming that you do end up with an order that gets canceled, right? That is the logic that this is going with here. You're going to receive a portion of the base pay, and the base pay is about $2 in a lot of cases. Unless it's like a shop and pay order from like CVS or something, but in which case, whatever. A portion of the $2 is still like $1, even less than that in a lot of cases. Let's say you were really close to the pickup location and it was based on the mileage, and the drop-off is the one with a lot of distance. What, now we're gonna be punished for being close to a quality location? Honestly, that's really sad. But I have a few side notes that I do want to go over on this subject. Still the worst. Probably. So comparatively to its other companies, Grubhub is still the worst in terms of cancellation pay. Doordash will issue a half pay. UberEats will issue like $3 or $4. Catering companies will provide the full payout regardless. Grubhub, you're probably making a buck at best. And I don't even know all of the other apps involved here where this would even apply. But either way, Grubhub, easily the worst right now. Easily the worst. Systematically unsupportive. So I touched on this with other companies, such as with Veho and their package return policy, but if you're creating a system that supports people not being paid to do the right thing, you will see more people doing the wrong thing. Grubhub is a prime example of this. Veho is a prime example of this, but we'll focus on Grubhub for now. If you have to call support to have the order canceled, you fully explain the entire situation. They have to call the restaurant when in reality they're not going to call the restaurant. For them to have the order canceled and you get $1, you might as well have just unassigned and worked on another order.
But Joe, you can always just go through the app, right?
In a lot of cases, going through the app has led to deactivations, whether the store is closed or otherwise, even if it's not fraud. Good luck getting the wrong people to do the right thing. This creates a systematic loop to where people are not looking to have orders canceled. They're just going to unassign them and call it a day. And they're going to reduce their risk doing it that way and just leaving it in the pool. It doesn't matter if it's the right thing to do. If the right thing is a punishable offense, either by the system punishing you or providing more support for people doing the wrong thing and making out better than they have been if they did do the right thing, that is what you're going to see more of. Amazon and Grubhub partnership move? Look, I know we haven't talked much about this and it's kind of old news at this point, but recently Amazon just made Grubhub Plus part of Amazon Prime, which is kind of a big deal. Looks like they're trying to make a comeback in the food delivery space, which is huge. If you happen to sign up for Amazon Prime, you used to just get 12 months of free Grubhub Plus. Now, it's just part of the Amazon package, which is great. But I find a move like this interesting with how a lot of people are speculating that Grubhub isn't going to last much longer, and some people are stating that it may end up as part of Amazon Flex, but I'm not really sure about that yet. Although you can't dismiss it because Point Pickup, I think they're trying trying to sell themselves off too. Either way, it's an interesting move on Grubhub's part. I wonder if they're trying to reduce their own value for their drivers, so that way when they start to shift people into Amazon Flex, they don't have such an influx of gig workers, you know? Did I miss anything? Is there something else about this update to the cancellation pay on Grubhub that I didn't go over in this video? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that anybody and everybody understands any and every perspective on the cancellation pay for Grubhub, so that way we can make the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.